Welcome to Basati Consulting's instructions for new users in Salesforce. We already assume that you have your account and that you've been able to log in. If not, please contact your system administrator for assistance. The first thing to do is to go up to your name, click on the down triangle, and go to My Settings. The first thing you'll want to review are your Chatter email settings. Chatter is like an instant messaging system built into Salesforce. Click on Email Notifications. Make sure that Receive Emails is checked and go on down through the list here. By default, most of these will probably be checked. If you're like me and like immediate notification, leave them checked or check them all. If you would prefer a quieter system, check on daily or weekly digests. That way you won't miss out on what's going on, but you won't be bothered every time someone posts. For now, I'm going to leave it like it is, but if I had made changes, I would have pressed Save. Now, let's look at our personal information. On the left, you'll find Personal Information. Your settings may look slightly different depending on the version you're on. But remember, just look for Personal. Click here, then Personal Information. Go through here and review the fields. Make sure your name is spelled correctly, and most importantly, that your email is correct. Feel free to change anything in here. Nothing in here will hurt anything. When you're done, hit Save. Now, let's look at our email. Here's a quick hint. If you're not sure where something is, use the search box at the top. That helps us find My Email Settings. Unless you particularly want to be blind copied on every email you send from Salesforce, I recommend unchecking BCC. Otherwise, leave it checked. Fill out the email signature either by simply typing in the information or copying it out of Outlook or whatever email system you use. Make sure the rest of this is correct, and I suggest go ahead and check the subscriptions. Hit Save. Now, let's look for a special kind of email. It's called Email to Salesforce. This is something that helps you add emails to Salesforce. That way, when someone responds to you outside of Salesforce, you can log that email against their record, their company, the opportunity, or whatever you like. This one's a little bit tricky. If you need help, either contact your system administrator or your client success manager at Basati. Let's go down through here. Your email to Salesforce address is your secret email address that you would send the items you want to associate to. Don't share this with anyone, and never put it in the carbon copy area or somewhere where it's exposed to the internet. If you do happen to begin getting spam at this, contact your system administrator or your client success manager for assistance. In the acceptable email addresses, put the email addresses from which you expect to be sending emails to Salesforce. Now, here are some of the more tricky ones. Go down here and be sure that you always send them to My Unresolved Items. This means if Salesforce isn't sure where to put them, they're going to put them in a special bucket for you to check on later. I suggest that you always save email attachments, and most people uncheck Email Me Confirmation of Association. If you want to leave it checked for the first few times, that's fine, but after a while it may become annoying. Go ahead and put excluded domains in. This is typically the company you work for, so that way you aren't pestered by constantly associating those records. If there is a section about leads, go ahead and uncheck that. That way you're not going to have a lot of confusion with attaching things to leads. And really that's all there is to it. At this point, you hit Save and you're done. If your company uses the Salesforce for Outlook add-in, you'll have additional instructions on how to configure it. Other than that, go ahead and begin using the system. If you have any questions, please contact help@basati.com or email directly your client success manager or system administrator. And thank you for joining us.